Thank God it's Friday. Well, what you're just about to watch, it may confuse you a little bit because I looked a little younger. Yes, because I'm just about to share Thank God it's Friday 2024. This is a series that every Friday shows you the activities here at Salento with Love, or probably the run around that I take place in my life on a weekly basis with many beautiful things happening. But this is 2024, remember. So whenever you are leaving a comment, remember that we are back in 2024. If you'd like to subscribe to the 2025, well then do that by subscribing to the Thank God it's Friday 2025. And also, when you're visiting Puglia, come stop here by the office and one of these fabulous books will be waiting for you together with a lot of other things. So enjoy Thank God it's Friday 2024, become a subscriber of Thank God it's Friday 2025 and have a fantastic weekend.
And it's Monday morning, another week, and wow, what a wonderful weekend, I must say. Italy never finishes to surprise me. I've just come back from just a Saturday and a few hours on Sunday on Amalfi Coast. I was in Positano, but I must say I'm glad to be back here in Salento. Everything is so easy to go from one town to another, so easy to reach the sea. I think for everyone that is thinking Amalfi Coast, yes, great to go there off season for a little holiday or a little travel because it is so unique. But in terms of living there, oh my God, I think it could be a real challenge. But anyway, Monday morning starts with a round tour of 4 of the building sites. Oh, last collection. Ok, piano altro livello. Una è questa. Tanto le finestre spero che le montiamo prima dell'intonaco.
Questo è già tirato?
Questo sì, perché si affaccia nel bagno. Poi di qua c'è l'altra. Sì, questo è trasparente, sì. Questo è il vano ascensore, quindi serve in caso di incendio per i fumi.
Aria?
Sì, quindi serve solo una persiana.
Persiana fissa allora.
La persiana fissa, sì, sì, montata a Z, sì. Oh, can you believe it? I walked in Palazzo Angelini at just about 9 o'clock this morning and it's 10 to 1 and I'm rushing now. I'm trying to go and get lunch with my parents. I haven't seen them for a week because last week was so busy and then I was away for the weekend. Oh, that's my dad ringing. Ehi papà, tutto a posto? Sì, lo Davide. Sta bene, sta alla via. Quindi la mamma mi è giusto lo piatto. Parents telepathy. So do you remember here last week we were doing, there's a type of concrete that is specifically created for underfloor heating system and it's got metal fiber inside. So this has been done. It was a challenge right from the beginning, doing it in a way that we will not get a step to go outside the balcony. So that's why we had to dig down, then fill it all up again, then doing the concrete, and then ready to lay the tiles now, and we got the underfloor heating going on underneath here, so an incredible result. Hi Julian and Sandra, how are you? Right now we can walk over this. We need to wait for it to cure. As you can see, it's starting to dry. And now I've just arrived at the notary, so I've got a closing in about 6 minutes while you are in Malaysia. Yes, I don't know if you watch Thank God it's Friday, but if you do, yeah, we'll take care of this end.
Gli alimentatori sono da definire. Sì, ma non si devono. I controcassi, le 5 controcassi di questo. No, scusa, vedete? Allora, questi sono.
So on this week, Thank God it's Friday, I'm with Glenn. So I'm just showing him through some of the things that we're doing, and yeah, I know that you're watching this Thank God it's Friday, and I'm not selling your house. This will be the sitting area, the kitchen, dining. So this wall is going to come down completely, and creating a kitchen with a long island being attached to the kitchen. So this will be closed. Obviously, the best view Amazing, a balcony over the main.
Beautiful cantina.
And as part of today as well, I've been showing Glenn traveling from the US quite a few things, but just viewing this property. I think I'm supposed to do a walk through this house maybe in the next couple of days, but we're an incredible find. So I can't wait to do a walk through this house. Look at this shower in this entrance to a courtyard. Amazing shower room. Magical bathroom. Probably by the time this video goes out, which is always 3 weeks after I actually do the Thank God It's Friday, probably this property is already sold, but stunning appliances. After a beautiful and challenging day yesterday, as I spent just about 8 hours, I'm not sure if Glenn, it's a Thank God It's Friday subscriber, but it was beautiful spending time with Glenn and showing him a little glimpse of what's happening here in Salento. Also because he traveled all the way from the United States just to meet me. So I'm outside Palazzo Angelini, ready to go in, start my day, and then hopping around. Today I'm hoping to spend quite a little bit of time in the office. Buongiorno. And Mississippi with love this morning. Things have progressed, so we're now ready for the flooring. Finally, all the faucets that run into the bathrooms, for the shower, the waste, everything has been fitted. The hot water heater, it's been installed here. So now it's very much sweeping the floor, and then the membrane goes on the ground, the insulation membrane goes into the ground, and then the underfloor heating goes onto the floor, and then the screed on top of that, and then the tiles. And as we move upstairs, everything looks so good. So you've seen the door that is gone in already. The site is very tidy. And the bathroom, ready for tiles. Finish is accomplished. As I step outside, well, the white. Wow. And this is fantastic. Still keeping some of the traditional look of the unevenness of the walls. Well, this white definitely looks amazing. This will become an internal pool, and very important at this stage to determine the shape of it. This is a shaft for a lift, which goes all the way to the roof, and it disembarks on the roof, but it also has 3 different exit points with a starting right here on the ground floor. Again, if you're introducing a lift inside a house, very much all the things that you need to think in order to make sure that everything its level is in the right place. So I just arrived in the town of Colle Passo. I was here a few weeks ago, just starting to work on a bathroom, but a nice property here, but the connection to the water needed to be done. I think we've got the water. This was quite interesting, small properties, but again the water was disconnected prior to the sale by the vendor. They normally do this to avoid paying the refuse on the property. if a property is not connected to the water, to the water system grid, if a house is not connected to the electricity, or the electricity has been disconnected, then that's the only situation where you don't pay the tari, which is the refuse charge. So even if you don't live in the house, you still pay the refuse charge on the property in Italy. If it is your only house, then you don't pay the property tax in Italy, which is quite amazing actually, but you do pay for the refuse. So when the house gets disconnected from all the utilities, then that's the only situation that you can avoid paying for the refuse. But on the same note, when you buy a house and the house has been disconnected from the water, well, it's not just as simple as phoning the grid company and get it connected. In this particular case, it took 3 months. You've got to go through an incredible process, plus they need to come along and do quotations, see what engages in terms of cutting the floor and the road and everything else. I would say the only positive, if I was doing a house for myself, I'll do that anyway. The only positive thing about this is that when they connect the new water mains, it gets done in a bigger pipe, and it's done in plastic. So all that rust that may come through, unfortunately, from a pipe that is 100 years old disappears, so you get better water. And also the flow of the water, because of the pipe that they connect with, it's bigger, then you have more pressure to the house. I just came to make sure that they were doing everything okay while we are working on redoing an entire bathroom and a kitchen. Now, go for lunch. Buongiorno, ciao Sara, ricevuto il mio messaggio? Ti avevo mandato appena un messaggio vocale qualche minuto fa. Sola? Sì. So on Monday this week I closed on a property here in Tullie, and now I'm here with Toti, property manager of Salento with Love, just checking the property for a client who's in Malaysia, pretty far. And we're now just checking the property out and see. There we are, Toddy, that's the key. Let's see. It's part of the process, you know, when you pick up a property, we don't know anything about the property apart from that 10, 15, 20 minutes visit that I did originally. So everything starts from now. We are in. The electricity's been disconnected. Beautiful entrance. So the downstairs it has, it's a little bit dark now without. Like pigeons are living here, the usual, looking for a water meter. There it is. Is it Thursday? Yeah, so tomorrow is Friday. And that's actually Good Friday, but not in Italy. We're still working on Friday here. We're closing to Easter. But there was a fireplace here, but we wanted to rebuild, and also the chimney was protruding out into the room before. So we really wanted to make sure, first of all, that it was safe. So a new chimney has been installed all the way in stainless steel, so following the regulations. Also, this little chain here allows you to open and close the flap. So in the winter, perhaps, or on a very windy day, you can keep the flap closed, or perhaps when there is not so much of a fire, you can just close the flap a little bit. It was an interesting challenge to actually bringing it all the way up and creating a new chimney flute all the way up onto the roof. The flute has been built all the way up and closed, And then the next thing that you'll see on the Thank God It's Friday or the Palazzo Angelini new videos, it's going to be the beautiful Pietra Leccese fireplace that is going to be built, and it's going to be there, representing very much a focal point as you're coming into the building, coming through there, and as you're coming into the building, then you have this extraordinary view. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Pronti?
Right.
Hey, welcome to Salento with Love. I'm Davide Mengoli. Today I'm going to treat you to an amazing walk through the house. But before, let's have a coffee. So yeah, thank God it's Friday this week. I'm with Ludovica. You just saw the nervous moments of the introduction to a video, and phone ringing. Antonio, buongiorno. No, non l'ho visto ancora, mi ha mandato un video. Yeah, well, as always, contractors, and I got a client from Singapore. Are you watching this from Singapore? That asked me if a particular type of door could be done, and yeah, it was probably invented in Italy. Yes, so it definitely can be done. So yes, you saw the start of a video of walking through the house. I haven't done one in a while,
Yes.
in a long while, so it's time to do it. And the reason why I'm doing it is because this property is truly amazing, and we're always 3 weeks behind with our videos with the Thank God It's Friday, so potentially by the time you watch this video, maybe the house has already been sold. But maybe. So in the meantime, let's go and walk through this amazing house. So the property is only a few steps away from the square. Ma solamente perché sto qui con la Ludovica che stiamo facendo il video walk through the house. Ok. Sono aperte da dentro e riesco ad aprirle? Ah, ok, sono entrato. Ok, allora se da dentro. No, il cancello era aperto. Ah, ok, da dentro sono aperto. Ok, perfetto, perfetto, grazie. Ciao. There we are. So while Ludovica is doing some details of this incredible property, what can I say? It's very rare to come across properties like this. And just for you that to watch Thank God It's Friday, I can tell you what the story is behind this property. This man, actually, for anyone who follows my channel for a very long period of time, there was an amazing property in Ugento that I think I did one of my very, very first videos, around about 4 years ago, I think 3 years ago. And we sold it. Now the owner of that property purchased this one here in Galatina, and to be closer to the grandchildren. And he lived in Tunisia. I'm talking about he lived, because unfortunately before this house could be totally completed, he got cancer and passed away. So he never got to live in the house. He was doing it to a really, really high standard. So even the furniture, the kitchen, the elements of the spire underground, the tiles that are being used, the flooring in this super amazing oak that has been used, very, very expensive finishes. And now the house, it's on the market. Now that the kids have dealt with all the personal issues, they've decided to release the asset. And so it's going onto the market. That's what makes it very, very rare property, because no one will finish a property to this high standard. Wooden doors and windows and alarm system, a heat pump, spa. Amazing. So for any one of you watching Thank God It's Friday, this is what we've been doing here, and this is the story behind this amazing property. Well, I must admit, after a couple of days of grey weather, having this amazing sunshine, but it's just crazy. We've gone from 15-16 degrees, which is still warm, to 22 today. I can't wait to get my jacket off. It's so hot. What a beautiful property I've seen this morning.
and let's see what happens. Who's going to become the proud owner of this very, very special property right in the heart of Galatina. Such a rare property.
I soldi della paga, se lo mangia lo champagnone.
I soldi devono...
Tirchio, no? Trova l'altro che ne fottire.
So thank God it's Friday. It is Friday, isn't it? Today is Friday?
It is Friday.
So I'm with a young apprentice today.
Hello.
Mark from Berlin.
Berlin, yes.
Half a day, only half a day with
Yes,
me.
only half a day, just to see if I like it, how it is, everything.
That's good. So he's just come all the way from Berlin
Yes,
to see what I do.
yes.
This kid has got talent. And I think you should start your own YouTube channel. He's a watch,
Enthusiast.
I would say specialist rather than enthusiast.
Yeah, maybe even
So
specialist.
watch this space. He's a bright kid. So at the moment I'm outside Palazzo Angelini. We're just going to go in. The plasters are inside, and then we're off to the notary. So you're going to be meeting the notary today,
Yes, I'm looking forward.
and we're going to do another remote purchasing closing. So let's see what's happening here at Palazzo Angelini this morning. Buongiorno maestri. Ehi maestro. Oggi veniamo col bianco?
Non sentono cose extra.
So just over a week since this flooring was poured over the underfloor heating system, and the shock thermal test has begun. So means that the floor is nice and warm. So do you have buildings like this in Germany?
No, we don't. We have old buildings, but not these kind of palazzos. It's really nice.
It's such a beautiful place, and as you're coming up the stairs you go up onto the roof terrace. You see this is all stone, it's all been cleaned.
Yes, all exposed. Beautiful.
This is the third floor up, and you've got a beautiful room up here which you can have a kitchen. We have a skylight here, which at the moment we've got that grass growing, but the skylight that is going there has been fully refurbished. Is in cast iron, probably more than 100 years old, and we've had it sandblasted, totally refurbished. We've also introduced some colourful glass.
Yes.
I'm not going to say very much here because you will see it.
Yeah.
So you'll have to wait for the episode where we install it. It's a
You
good
know,
idea, really,
like-
because that would be a storage area, the only storage area that you'll have to keep perhaps barbecue utensils and things like that.
Yeah. So let's do that, and maybe do the doors on the thing the same blue as the kitchen inside, and then you'll have do the doors the same color, and then you've got the blue kitchen inside, and then the bench.
So you're really getting the full idea of my day, because now we're at the notary,
Yes.
and you've just met a client. Actually, I didn't turn this on.
Yes.
From America.
Yeah.
And you identified her as what?
Teacher.
A
I
teacher.
think she was a teacher, American literature.
Oh, really?
Yes,
So next time I
100%.
speak to Joanna, I don't know if you're going to watch this. Thank God it's Friday, but yeah, I guess you were a teacher.
Yes. We hope she's gonna watch it, right?
Yes, we hope.
We hope.
And here we have a remote closing to do, and I'm meeting some clients which they've come from the United Kingdom. Davide, which I haven't met him before.
Yes.
So.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Full name.
Full name.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mary, so I will forgive you. You're having a cappuccino at
12:26.
So this is, I think, the third Friday on the row that I make my way to Corsano. We'll start a refurbishment probably within a few months, and so we're still going through that preliminary stage. So, what did you think of this week? Well, I think it was definitely intense. A wonderful week. And today was great to have Mark from Germany spending a half a day with me, seeing the notary. It's good for young people to see the amount of work that you need to put in, the integrity, the efforts that needs to be put in order to achieve results. I'm now driving home, hopefully get there around about 7 o'clock, and then starting this wonderful Easter weekend. I know that by the time you've seen this video, Easter is come and gone. I hope that you've had a wonderful Easter, and thank you very much for being part of the Thank God It's Friday. Thanks very much for supporting the channel. And what can I say? Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.
I was that. Yeah, I looked younger. Different hairstyle as well. Subscribe to 2025, and I'll see you every week on a Friday. Stay safe wherever you are.